Welcome to the new YouTube channel that, as of this time that I am filming, I have not named. Um, but I just want to make a little introduction and tell you what it's all about. I want to make a YouTube channel talking about politics, talking about my opinions, your opinions. I don't want to make it too much of an argument or a debate. I just kind of want to get new ideas out there. I want to get um, some fresh insight and not the same old things that we're always hearing. I don't want to have this channel be Republican or Democrat or not even necessarily libertarian because I kind of consider myself a libertarian, but at the same time I don't like to be pinned down to one party because things change, parties change. We've seen that with the Republicans and the Democrats, and you don't want to get tied down to the Libertarian Party and then have some psychopath take it over and turn it into something completely different. As of right now, I believe in the libertarian philosophies, um, and if you're not familiar with them, um, and you subscribe to this channel, I'm sure you will be. It's very simple to understand. If you break it down really simply, it's just that everybody should be free to do whatever they want as long as they aren't hurting anybody else or interfering with anybody else's rights. And if you agree with that message, and if you really truly agree with that message, you can consider yourself a libertarian. And people like to take one part of that statement and be like, "Oh, well, people should be free to do whatever they want. So should you be allowed to drive drunk and kill people and rape people and murder people?" If you listen to the entire thing, then you should know that the answer is no. You should be free to do whatever you want as long as you're not hurting anybody else or infringing on anybody else's rights. If you're not affecting anybody else, then you should be free to do whatever you want. If you're not putting anybody else in danger, it's really simple. It's very simple, but people have a tough time dealing with freedom. For some reason, when you suggest that somebody should be free to, make the decision about what they want to do with their own lives, people go nuts. I've had debates with people on Facebook on whether or not people should be forced to stand up and say the Pledge of Allegiance every morning in school. I mean, I never thought that I would have to have a debate about whether or not somebody should be forced to recite, um, you know, an allegiance to liberty. It's very ironic because the whole idea of liberty is that you shouldn't be forced to do anything. And people are screaming, well, not really screaming, but just writing in caps and trying to be condescending and say, "Oh, well, what's the big deal? Why can't you just stand up and say the pledge?" You can, but you can choose to do it voluntarily. And that's the difference. Whenever you force somebody to do something against their will, you're doing more harm than good. Even if you're trying to force them to do something good, you're doing more harm than good because to force somebody to do anything they don't want to do is immoral. Unless you're forcing somebody to not hurt somebody else, unless you're forcing somebody to not do something destructive to somebody else directly, and they're like, "Oh, well, the fragment of society will fall apart if we don't force kids to be unified." Give me a break. If you're not directly putting somebody in harm's way, you're fine. If there's no victim, there's no crime. And I'm totally going off tangent here. I didn't want this introduction video to get too political yet. I just wanted to give you an idea of what I was going to be doing. And what that's going to be is, instead of getting into debates with people on Facebook, I'm just going to start when I see stories in the news that would normally inspire a Facebook post, um, or if I see a Facebook status that would normally inspire debate. I'm just going to jump on YouTube real quick and make a video, probably put my opinion out there, and hopefully get comments and try to get your opinion and comments suggesting different topics to talk about. or you could message me on here. You could email me. I'll put my email in the description. Twitter, Facebook, it don't matter. I want to keep this short. I just wanted to quickly tell you guys what this channel is going to be about. So, subscribe, comment, share, like, whatever. Thanks.